Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see that the futures are trading higher today by about 7.75 points to around 1764.25 per contract. Futures have come off the highs a little bit, but nonetheless, it is still a decent little push higher before the opening bell. What's the catalyst, you may be asking? Well, there could be a few things. One, we did see weaker economic news coming out of Europe, so you wouldn't think that would push the markets higher, but nonetheless, all of the European markets are doing better today. You do have the German DAX up about 0.4%. The French CAC 40 is leading the charge, up about 0.8% at the moment. Now, the London FTSE, which is England, is flat on the day, so we don't want to make much out of that, but remember, England can print their own money. Now, looking over at a few different things, if we look at Asia last night, it was really a mixed bag of tricks. You had the Nikkei 225 index up about 0.8%, but the Shanghai Composite, which is China, down about 0.8%. So we can't make too much out of Asia right now. It looks like the markets really are just range-bound, chopping around for the most part. We will see if the U.S. markets do start to trade higher. I'm not sure that is going to be the case, but we will watch it very, very closely. Once again, futures are trading up about 8 points, at least at the moment. Looking over a few other things here, there are some stocks in the news today. One is Toyota Motor. Toyota Motor catching a pretty nice little bid. The stock closed at around 128.58. Watch for resistance on this stock around 134. That's where the stock should start to hit some pretty important resistance. I'm not sure if it's going to get up there, but it could have upside to that level. That would probably be maximum move, in my opinion. I don't see Toyota getting above 134, but still a pretty strong equity at the moment. Tesla, one of the more popular stocks, even though it's really not a household name at this stage of the game, but nonetheless, stock is just getting absolutely annihilated. Yesterday, the stock closed at 181. Today, it's trading at around 155. We will have gap levels for Tesla, so again, those gap levels will be posted up in the chat room, but the stock is just getting pounded lower this morning. That's a big move down any way you slice it or dice it. So Tesla is one of the stocks that will be in focus this morning. And right now, you can make a case the stock's down about 12%. So pretty big decline there for Tesla. That's a nice little fall. And we'll just see how this market plays out going forward. Another stock that will be on my radar today will be Mercado Libre. Ticker symbol is MELI. And, oops, for some reason. There we go. This stock is getting hammered as well. It closed out yesterday around 133.80. Today it's trading at 120.69. So we will have some levels for Mercado Libre. Again, they'll be posted up in the chat room around 9 a.m. So watch for that one. But this is in play as well. This is a pretty big move lower. The next stock we're going to look at is C-Trip. And again, this one is off the lows of the day, but it did have a pretty good initial sell. It closed out around $59, traded down to $52 yesterday after the closing bell. Now it's back up to $56. So we'll have some levels for this one as well, but right now they're not in the range. It's kind of in the range from the open and the sell-off, from the close and the sell-off yesterday. So we're kind of dead smack in the middle, but this is another stock that should be on day traders' radar because you could get some scalps out of this name. So again, you want to keep all these names on radar, and there's quite a bit more. So again, you want to look for that, but there will be quite a bit of stocks today out there. Another stock that could be in play today is Abercrombie Fitch. Abercrombie Fitch, a nice little sell-off yesterday, closed at 38.31. Right now it's trading at 35.60, but this will give you some intraday opportunities depending on the pattern. So this is another equity that day traders want to focus on. This is a stock that is moving, and that's what you want to do as a day trader. You want to trade the volatility, trade the action, and find the best levels for a potential bounce or potential short sell. So that's what you got to do. That's what we'll look for throughout the trading day today. Looking at oil and gold this morning, if we take a look at oil is bouncing back a little bit, up about 55 cents at the moment to $93.91 a barrel, and that's WTI, light sweet crude. If we take a look at the USO, what you'll see here is the USO getting a little bit of a bid. It's trading up around 33.84, so little uptick there for the USO. I don't know how much we can make out of it. Oil is definitely oversold at this point, so I would not rule out a short-term bounce. If it does go down a little bit, maybe it goes a little bit further, but pretty good short-term support levels in here for oil, so I'd be a little bit careful. Right around 10:30 in the morning, we will get the oil inventory number, so we'll see how many barrels of oil are out there, how many distillate barrels, and so forth. It could be a market-moving event, but that's really the only economic data that we're going to get is really the oil inventory number today, and I believe that will be out at 10:30 this morning. Looking over at gold today, gold is inching up a little bit. Gold is up about $8.40 to around $1,316.60 an ounce. Let's take a look at the all-important GLD, which is a good proxy for gold, and you'll see that's trading at around 127.09. It did close at 126.56 yesterday, so a decent little uptick for the GLD today, and as I said, gold is up a little bit. Now we want to keep on watch the US dollar index. You'll see that the US dollar index is trading lower by about 16 cents at the moment. If the dollar's down, that usually will benefit gold. If the dollar's up, that usually will hurt gold a little bit. But more importantly than that, you always want to keep on watch the dollar-yen chart. And I know this may sound a little bit foreign to some of you, but believe it or not, when this moves up, this takes out a lot of gold strengths. The strength in gold will disappear as this moves higher. So when the dollar-yen moves higher, gold generally moves lower. Dollar-yen moves lower, gold will generally move higher. And you can see that this one has really sold off throughout the evening, and then around 4 o'clock in the morning it started to rebound to the upside. So again, there's a lot of different dynamics in this market to get your head around. I know it can be confusing at some points, but I just watch these correlations that develop across the board, and I'll tell you really a lot going forward. So with that said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here today, short and sweet. Again, futures right now are still up by 8 points and still holding on. We'll see if they do dip a little bit. Today is one of those days where I'm really not sure what's going to happen out here, whether the market's going to be up, down, or all around. But what I will say is that you do have a lot of equities in play this morning, and that should give you some morning scalp opportunities. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.